Before the spotlight turned their names into headlines, before Dispatch revealed their secret Christmas getaway, and before fans started calling them Korea's ultimate power couple, Lee Jong Suk and IU were simply two young artists navigating fame, pressure, and the loneliness that comes with success. Their worlds seemed far apart, one dominated by K-drama scripts and flashing cameras, the other filled with recording studios and concert stages. Yet fate has a way of weaving stories that feel more beautiful than fiction. What began as a quiet friendship, nurtured in the shadows of a demanding industry, slowly blossomed into one of the most admired love stories in Korean entertainment history. Hello fans, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the post notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Lee Jong Suk's journey to stardom wasn't a fairytale overnight success. He first entered the entertainment world as a runway model at just 16, becoming the youngest male model ever to debut at Seoul Fashion Week. But the spotlight he earned on the runway wasn't enough for his restless spirit. Jong Suk wanted more. He wanted to act, to tell stories, and to express emotions that lived within him. His early career was filled with small roles and struggles, but his breakthrough came with the Drama School 2013. The raw vulnerability he brought to his character touched hearts, and soon, he was climbing toward becoming one of Korea's most respected actors. IU, born Lee Ji-eun, had an even tougher beginning. She auditioned countless times as a teenager, facing rejection after rejection, with many agencies telling her she didn't have the looks or the star quality they were seeking. But Ji-eun had something more valuable: unshakable determination and a voice that could heal hearts. She debuted young, and though her early years were filled with doubt, her breakout song Good Day made her a household name. With her powerful vocals and her unique ability to turn emotions into lyrics, IU became the nation's little sister, adored not just for her music but for her authenticity. Despite their different beginnings, both carried the same rare qualities: resilience, humility, and the ability to move people's hearts. Perhaps that is why, when their paths began to cross within Korea's entertainment circles, an unspoken bond grew between them. The entertainment world may seem glamorous from the outside, with flashing cameras, endless red carpets, and fans cheering at every corner. But behind the bright lights lies another reality: a world of long filming schedules, sleepless nights, and constant scrutiny from the public. It is a world where genuine relationships are rare, where people guard themselves against betrayal and gossip. That's why, when Jong Suk and IU began to meet more often, their connection stood out. It was not born from spectacle or convenience. It was born from sincerity. They became quiet supporters of one another. Jong Suk was known to attend IU's concerts discreetly, often blending in with the crowd rather than demanding attention. IU, in return, was spotted at private screenings of Jong Suk's dramas, cheering him on not as a superstar, but as a friend who truly cared. They shared private words of encouragement, exchanging warmth during moments when the pressure of their careers weighed heavily. They stayed in touch even when their paths diverged, never allowing distance or busy schedules to weaken what they had. Over the years, Jong Suk would occasionally mention a close friend who was always there to listen when things became overwhelming. His words were vague, but they carried weight. Fans thought it might be a fellow actor, a director, or someone behind the scenes. IU too, in interviews, would quietly hint at someone who gave her strength during her most difficult moments. She never revealed who it was, but the gentle smile that came with her words left fans wondering. At the time, no one imagined that these subtle hints were about each other. What made their connection so powerful was that it grew away from the public eye. There were no forced variety show appearances to fuel rumors. There were no carefully staged photographs arranged by agencies. Instead, their relationship developed naturally, like two souls slowly finding their way to one another, guided by respect and time. In an industry where so many relationships burn out quickly under the weight of exposure, theirs grew like a hidden flame, steady, warm, and unshaken. And then came the turning point that changed everything. In December 2022, Dispatch, the outlet infamous for revealing celebrity romances, announced their annual New Year's Eve story. That year, the spotlight fell on IU and Lee Jong Suk. Dispatch revealed that the two stars had been secretly dating, spending the holidays together in Japan. The photos showed IU arriving at the airport quietly, while Jong Suk had just wrapped up a fan meeting in Osaka. They reportedly reunited at a luxury resort in Nagoya, where they celebrated Christmas and welcomed the new year together. The photos spread like wildfire. Social media erupted instantly, hashtags trending across Korea and internationally. But unlike many celebrity dating scandals that bring mixed emotions, this revelation brought an unusual wave of joy. Fans were surprised, yes, but overwhelmingly supportive. The public reaction was one of happiness and warmth, as if the entire world agreed that these two people were simply meant to be. Lee Jong Suk didn't wait long before speaking out. In a heartfelt letter to his fans, he confirmed the news rather than denying it. He described IU as someone he had admired for years, someone who brought comfort and warmth into his life. His words were not the shallow declarations of a man swept away by temporary attraction. Instead, they reflected the voice of someone who had found a partner to truly cherish. IU, who is famously private about her relationships, also acknowledged the news in her own gentle way. Through her agency and her personal communication with fans, she thanked everyone for their understanding and for embracing her happiness. She didn't use grand words or dramatic confessions, but the calm steadiness of her message revealed just how deeply rooted their love was. From that moment on, the world began to see them not just as a singer and an actor, but as a couple whose love story inspired hope. Why are they Korea's most powerful couple? The answer lies not in wealth, fame, or influence, but in balance. IU and Jong Suk represent two halves of a whole. She is music, melody, and emotion. He is storytelling, depth, and strength. Together, they embody artistry, maturity, and authenticity. What fans admire most is how they uplift one another. When Jong Suk received a major award shortly after the news broke, he gave an acceptance speech that moved audiences to tears. He thanked someone who had given him strength to face the future, and though he didn't mention IU's name directly, everyone knew exactly who he was referring to. IU too has been quietly expressive. When she released new music, fans noticed how her lyrics carried themes of peace, healing, and quiet love. Many believe Jong Suk's presence in her life inspired these songs. They are not loud about their love, and that is precisely what makes it powerful. In an industry obsessed with headlines, rumors, and public displays of affection, Jong Suk and IU remind us that real love grows in silence. It blossoms behind closed doors, away from flashing cameras, nurtured in private moments no one else sees. Their love is the kind that matures, that strengthens with time, and that shines brighter because it is built on trust. Fans now speculate about marriage, especially as both stars have reached a stage in their lives where they are thinking about the future. Jong Suk has openly hinted in interviews that he envisions settling down someday, and IU has always spoken about her desire for emotional stability and peace. Whether or not wedding bells ring soon, one thing is certain: Lee Jong Suk and IU have already become a symbol of what true partnership looks like. From friends supporting each other in secret, to lovers who inspire millions across the globe, their journey is proof that love does not need to be rushed, flaunted, or shouted from rooftops. It only needs to be nurtured, treasured, and protected. This is why IU and Lee Jong Suk are more than just a couple. They are a story of hope. They are a reminder that even in the cutthroat world of fame, real love can bloom and thrive. And to their fans, they will forever be Korea's most powerful couple. Thank you for tuning in to K-Drama Bloom.